I created a farm of bots in CS2 that only does one thing: print money from weekly drops. And I'm gonna show you the entire process of how I did it. We're gonna buy the accounts, set up a sandbox where they can queue against each other and farm drops faster than you can imagine. Is it profitable? Will I actually make money? And how hard is the entire process really? You're gonna find out very soon, so let's begin. We all know that getting CS2 weekly drops the normal way takes forever. In one of my recent videos, I've already showed you how much profit I will make from collecting 100 weekly drops. But everything that I was doing there, I did in a legit way by playing deathmatch and wingman matches from different accounts. And I asked you guys if you would be interested in watching me making a farm of bots, and even though we didn't hit the amount of likes I wanted, I decided to do it anyways. So firstly, we're gonna have to find the accounts. Since making them takes a lot of time, because not only you need to register them but also to buy Prime on each one of them and to level them up, it's much easier to just buy them on third-party websites. For this experiment, we need 10 accounts of the same rank with Prime that I purchased for $150, so around $15 per one account. After that, we need to queue for a wingman game from 4 of our accounts at the same time. But how can you do this as just one person? What if I told you that there is a way to compress that entire process to make accounts queue against each other and finish games in minutes? If you're familiar with fast deranking methods, you have probably seen those type of lobbies where accounts just queue as 5 and stay AFK to lose the rank as fast as possible. And usually it's done by one person controlling all of the accounts from one PC. This is called the sandbox method. To do it, you need a special program that costs around $20 per month and works like a virtual machine. But since I'm a sanctioned Russian, I've managed to find an activation key for this program for only $5. Now that we have all 4 of our accounts, we need to somehow make them queue against each other, and for that we need a VPN with access to the least populated Counter-Strike servers. The least played servers are Africa and United Arab Emirates. I decided to go for Emirates, activated VPN and set up the search max ping on every account to 300. Now let's see the results of the sandbox method in action. First of all, let's take a look at the queuing process. As you can see, each account is set up in party of 2 and they're being queued on the same map, and usually it's better to queue on some new added maps in the wingman because there is not that many people playing these maps. On usual, if we're lucky enough, it's done less than 2 minutes to find a game on both accounts. So as you can see, it's been like 1 minute, around 1 minute of queuing, and then right after around that time, you see the account gets the game, but as you can see, it didn't get on the other account. So we had to cancel this one, we had to wait it out one more time and then queue for another game. So after 3 attempts and after declaring the match on 6 minutes and around 30 seconds, we managed to find a game on all the accounts. Then we accept the game, obviously, and every single account connects to the lobby. Sometimes it was faster, so as you can see right here, the same method was being used, and it took us around 3.5 minutes. And then, as you can clearly see, all the accounts connect and the game begins. As you can see in this example, we've actually managed to find a game in around 1 minute and 30 seconds of queuing, and this is why I decided to show you this specific clip, because this was the fastest we've managed to find the game in all of our attempts. So this is how the queuing went. Now let's take a look at how the gameplay is usually. So after you connect, you only need to pretty much play from one account, right? Because you need to finish the games fast. So this is pretty much what you're doing. You're just running around with one account and just basically you don't need anything specific. You just need to finish the rounds quite fast. So this is pretty much how it went. But sometimes when you are staying AFK for very long, sometimes accounts get disconnected for being AFK. So every approximately on round number 6 or round number 7, I had to write disconnect. Basically, I didn't want to tab out and move from each account, right? I just decided that it's easier if I just type disconnect and reconnect. And once you reconnect, it automatically also skips one round. You can say like, HaiX, why don't you just disconnect and reconnect every single round from 2 accounts? Counter-Strike is made in a way where you are disconnecting, you're automatically like killing yourself in game. It counts as a like self-death, right? It counts as a suicide. And if you suicide in Counter-Strike more than 5 times, you end up getting kicked for doing too much self-damage, and then you receive a ban. So as you can see, I only did that to fast forward the entire method and make it way faster, only closer to the end of the game. On average, without a queue time, average game took around 7 minutes. So if we add that and average queue time of 5 minutes, the average game took us around 13 minutes. Guys, Skinland is now the official partner of Team Vitality, one of the biggest CS2 teams in the scene. The best work with the best, and here's why. Valve hold trades for 7 days, but Skinland adapted immediately. Just insert your trade URL, use my promo code HaiX, and get $10 for free when you sell for $100 or more in skins. Then pick up the skins you want to sell, and the platform will show you the total amount instantly. Choose your wallet, and that's it. With Skinland's new payout system, you can now receive instant payouts right after the trade is completed. No need to wait for the Steam trade protection period to end. And if you're interested in buying, Skinland has the biggest selection of skins, best prices, especially now after Valve's latest update, and every top-up method you can think of. So make sure to check them out by clicking the link in the description and using my promo code. And thanks a lot to Skinland for sponsoring this video. So now regarding the drops, we have only done it for 1 week because it's actually very annoying to do that all of the time. Everything is done with hands, you know, it's not an automated farm. So the game is getting finished somewhere here. And you see everyone gets the weekly drops, and those are the items that I have chosen to be, because I think that those are the most expensive ones, and you obviously want to choose the most expensive ones. Let's move on to other accounts and other drops that we have received. So here you can see the drops from all of the 4 accounts, and on the final accounts we're getting this MP9 multi-terrain, we're getting the case, on other account we are getting the similar case and SSG gray smoke. And that's pretty much it. Now it's time to do the final calculations on how profitable those farms are. First of all, we spent around $160 for the accounts and a virtual machine. After getting all the drops, we ended up with €823 from 1 week of farming. €823 is $9.7, which means that in order to recover our expenses, we need 17 weeks, which is almost 4 months. So if you're gonna set up this farm of bots, you're gonna start making profit from it after 18 weeks, which is a lot of time. But you might say that there is a chance to profit faster because there is always a chance to get expensive cases or skins as a drop. And this is where you're wrong. During past month, expensive cases like Bravo, Glove, Revolver and other old expensive cases that cost significantly more than the new ones has not dropped even once in the last 2 weeks. There hasn't been an official statement from Valve that they're gonna completely remove the odds of those cases being dropped. However, it's a clear sign that Valve are trying to adapt to the new anti-gambling regulations in European countries. Before that, the chance of getting those cases as a drop was 1%. But nowadays, the most profitable type of a drop you could get would be some pink skin with a low float value, which makes those skin drop farms significantly less profitable than they were before. And don't forget that you also wanna spend a lot of time farming all those drops by yourself, unless you wanna hire someone and pay him to do that, but in that case your profit is gonna be even lower. So overall, I don't think that this will be a solid business strategy, and even working at a gas station will make you more financially stable. But regardless, it was really fun and interesting to finally do this experiment, and I hope that I've managed to answer most of the questions about bot farms, how they work and how much money they make. Appreciate you guys watching, and if you have any more interesting ideas for me to try, please let me know in the comments. God bless you, I'm out.